Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, 7th chapter, text 3 onwards. This is regarding Sakata Sura. Athanyatapi Krishnasya Toka Charitam Adhutam Manusam Lokamasadya Tajatim Anurundataha. Then please describe other pastimes of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appeared on this planet Earth, imitating a human child and performing wonderful activities like killing Putana. I have heard about Putana. In the purport of Prabhupada, Maharaj says, Maharaj Parikshit requested Sukadeva Goswami to narrate other childhood pastimes executed by Krishna while playing as a human child. The Supreme Personality of Godhead incarnates at different times in different planets and universes, and according to the nature of those places, he exhibits his unlimited potency. That a child sitting on the lap of his mother was able to kill the gigantic Putana is extremely wonderful for the inhabitants of this planet. But on other planets, the inhabitants are more advanced, and therefore the pastimes the Lord performs there are still more wonderful. Krishna's appearance on this planet like a human being makes us more fortunate than the demigods in the higher planets, and therefore Maharaj Parikshit was very much interested in hearing about him. So Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Sarata Darshan Tika says, in his enthusiasm, Parikshit repeats his request to clarify his intentions. Being requested by mankind, the Lord appeared on earth rather than being requested by demigods and appearing on Swarga. In this way, Sri Krishna especially blessed the humans on earth. As Siddhar Swami in Bhagavad Gita says, Ati Utsuke na Punar Vishnasti, with more enthusiasm, he is narrating again or explaining further. So, Jiva Goswami in Lava Vaishnava, I would rather say Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Darshan says that the childhood pastimes of Krishna are also of this nature. For this reason, describe the childhood pastimes of Krishna who was directly Bhagavan after he killed Putana. They are amazing, though they are actions of a small child, showing great power and sweetness. He appeared in the material world or with a human form, accepting or respecting birth as a cowherd, jatim, indescribable with the highest rasa, or he respected all the cowherd people. Though he was the Supreme Lord, by his infant pastimes, he controlled them, or by spreading prema. In this way, Sanatana Goswami gives Brihad Vaishnava Darshan Tika. These pastimes are most bewildering, adhutam. Then in the next verse, that is verse 4 to 17, these 14 verses describe Utthana ceremony and the killing of Sakatasura. This is Traimasika Sakata Apavruta, described in Srimad Bhagavatam 2nd Canto, 7th chapter by Brahma to Narada Muni. So that means the Lord's these pastimes happened and during when the Lord was 3 months old, Traimasika. So in verse 4, Sukadeva Goswami says, Je kadachit authanika kautuka prave janmarkya yogisam mabeta jositam baditra gita dvija mantra vachake chakara sunor avisechanam asati. That means Sukadeva Goswami said when Mother Jasoda, his baby was slanting his body and to attempt to rise. and turn around. This attempt was observed by a Vedic ceremony. In such a ceremony called Utthana, which is performed when a child is due to leave the houses for the first time, the child is properly bathed just after Krishna turned 3 months old. Mother Josoda celebrated this ceremony with other women at the neighborhood. On that day, there was a conjunction of the month of the moon with the constellation Rohini. As the Brahmanas joined by chanting Vedic hymns and professional musicians also took part, this great ceremony was observed by Mother Jasoda. So, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj in the purport says, there is no question of overpopulation or a child of children's being burden for their parents in a Vedic society. Such a society is so well organized and people are so advanced in spiritual consciousness that childbirth is never regarded as a burden or a botheration. The more the child grows, the more his parents become jubilant, and the child's attempts to turn over are also a source of jubilation. Even before the child is born, when the mother is pregnant, many recommended ritualistic ceremonies are performed. For example, when the child has been within the womb for 3 months and for 7 months, there is a ceremony the mother observes by eating with the neighboring children. This ceremony is called Shraddha Bhakshana. Similarly, before the birth of the child, there is the Garbhadhana ceremony. In Vedic civilization, childbirth or pregnancy is never regarded as a burden, rather it is a cause of jubilation. In contrast, people in modern civilization do not like pregnancy or childbirth, and when there is a child, they sometimes kill it. We can just consider how human society has fallen since the inauguration of Kali Yuga. All the people still claim to be civilized at the present moment. There is actually no human civilization, but only an assembly of two-legged animals. So in the Sarartha Darshantika, Vishwanath Chakravarti says, Kadachit sometime means this incident took place within 3 months of the child's birth. In the Bhagavatam 2.7.27 it is mentioned that the breaking of the cart occurred when Krishna was 3 months old. Traimasikasya Chapada Sakata Pavrta. And the village ladies thrilled with joy with baby Krishna first rolled over. So when the moon entered Krishna's birth star, that is Rohini, Yashoda and her circle of gopi friends celebrated the event by bathing the child to the accompaniment of music, singing and chanting by the Brahmanas. So these luminaries have their impact on the population. Jiva Goswami in Kamal Sandarbha says, she had the women sprinkle him with water using tips of kusa grass. Jiva Goswami Logo Vaishnava Darshan says, reached by Parikit's words, Sukadeva began describing in order Krishna's childhood pastimes. This event happened when he was 3 months old. Traimasikasya cha pada sakato apavrta. As stated previously. It also happened that the moon was in Rohini and was 3 months from his birth. According to the lunar calendar, since his birth also occurred when the moon in Rohini. The event was a bath on the occasion of his raising himself from the bed. Some say this refers to going outside, but that ceremony occurs during the 4th month according to the scriptures and is calculated according to the solar calendar. Jasoda was attached to this ceremony out of affection. Since Krishna was her only son, Jasoda was expert in all ceremonies. Since this was a ceremony predominantly for the women, Jasoda did this rather then Nanda, who had done the previous bath ceremony. In this way, I will see how the Lord overturned the Sakatasura. Who is this Sakatasura? We will also describe. So thank you very much for the next episode. Thank you very much for listening to this lecture. And please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel.